Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, welcome back. Today we're just going to dive into something a little different from the returning residents piece of it. But this is something close to my heart. You guys know I love to sing. I am very spiritual. I'm not perfect, but I am very spiritual. So here are 5 uplifting verses to lift your spirits whenever you're feeling down or just need a little encouragement. So first we're going to look at Philippians 4 verse 13, all right? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The other day I showed you the young lady, she's a teacher, who, when I reached out, I was looking for someone to teach how to do the t-shirts and to just hand over what I had, dismantle my little business and to just give somebody else a fresh start. And when I reached out to her, I just mentioned it, and right away she responded and said she was interested. When she came, I picked out 2 t-shirts for her. I said, in teaching you how to use the things, you can do 2 shirts for yourself. And when we got ready to do the text for the shirt, I said, what do you want to write on it? And she says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All things through Christ. Didn't have enough space for who strengthens me. But it was just funny that today, as I decided to talk to us, for me too, for upliftment, to remind me, that's one of the texts that I chose to talk about. I can do all things through Christ. Sometimes the struggles become so real and so overwhelming, but then you remind yourself that you can do it. You can do it. Kayla is here. She's a young child growing up. She's not perfect, but she's so beautiful. And the little things that she does that sometimes makes you want to just say, Kayla. But then you just ask God, you pray in the mornings for God just to guide and to help you to be the best parent you can for her, to treat her just the way I would have treated my children. And so I give thanks for that. Sometimes you dollop her hair so nicely and she comes home and it looks so out of sorts. And you say, Kayla. But then the next morning you get up and you're happy again to come, let me do your hair. And you fix her up nicely again and you send her out. Yesterday she came home and her book bag, I don't know how it happened, because there are 3 sections. I put her raincoat in a Ziploc bag in one section. That's all in that section. In the second section, all that is in there is her snack box, and is her little lunch bag with her snacks in it. And then the big section is for her books. And she came home yesterday and the snack section was, the zipper she had one piece in her hand, and she opened the bag. She said, Grandma, look what happened. And she's looking up at me. She's looking up at me. I think she was waiting for a bad reaction or something. And all I say is, okay, let me get the piece in your hand and put your book back down. This morning I got up, and I woke her up, and while she was in the bathroom showering, I took the piece that was off, and I was able to fix it back so the zipper could close. And I have my needle and thread ready. I have to ask my daughter to bring me some black thread. I did bring white thread, but I didn't care. I got it, and once I got the piece back on, I sewed up the end part that the thing would have come off from, and I attached it nicely for her. Yeah, it's white thread, but you know what? It works. And so I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am grateful for common sense. I am grateful for patience. I am so thankful. and you know, she's here, and as I asked you guys to help me support her, I appreciate those of you who have reached out and help to put something away so that she's supported until January. Thank you so very much. It is helping. Right now she's going on a trip. It's like an animal fair, and it's $2,500. I paid it yesterday. I paid her school fees for the week, or lunch money for the week. I paid her after school for the week. And so thank you guys. You make it easier for me. I did groceries yesterday, and she came home and she was just happy. She was just so happy. She said, "Grandma, you went shopping today?" I said, "Yes, I did." And she came back with stuff. She said, "Grandma, you got this for me?" I said, "Yes." And those are the little things, guys. She's so happy. It is just amazing. My ankle, I'm sitting, and I had on a sandals that my circulation wasn't going as it should. Now I'm just walking barefooted, guys, better. So you have the sandals on. I had it on shopping yesterday, getting things done. And yeah, you know, it cuts in so that it swells up. And she came last night when I said, this darn ankle is swollen. And she went for the alcohol. And I was sitting here going over some things, and she came with the alcohol, and she wants to rub I said, "Pumpkin, it's okay though. You know, it's okay." And you know, she reminds me so much of when I was little and Granny would come home. I'm telling you guys, it's like deja vu. It's like she became me as a little girl when Granny would come in, and you know, and Lord, the shoulder. And I would go behind Granny and I'm rubbing it for her, or any little thing, and I would be just there. Granny said her head. I would go hug her up, and "Granny, your head hurt? Your head hurt, Granny?" And that was how it was. That's why she thought I would become a nurse, because she said, "You're so caring towards people who are ill." And you know, any little thing, Granny would sit, and the arthritis was so hard on her, and it was hard for her to get up, and I would go quick. As soon as Granny needs, I'd go quick, give her my little hands so she could get up. And I see little Kayla now, so loving and caring, so caring. You know, I give God the glory. I just have to thank God. One of the things she likes now, every time now, I'm using the "God bless you." God bless you, Kayla. God bless you, Pumpkin. And she loves it. And so we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. The next verse I want to talk to us about, to remind us about, is Jeremiah 29, verse 11. Because it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This verse, guys, plans to prosper you. So we have to believe in him. We have to trust him. And regardless of all these things that are going on around us, that whatever our situations are, that we can just remember that he did promise to prosper us, not to harm us. The harms that come are the harms that we bring on ourselves. The harms that come to us are what we do. The tearing down of the trees and the healthy things that he has given to us, provided us with, so we can have good oxygen in our bodies, that we are tearing down to build houses and to build more, and to build not needed homes, but just to build more. Just the greed to have more and more and more. Just the lack of satisfaction and contentment, but the need to keep on. What do we do with all this money? The millionaires out there, when will they use it? Their children have, and they keep craving for more. How much can you eat in a day? How much do they need to take care of themselves until they pass away? Some of them are way up in age, but they're still scraping for more. And yes, God says it will prosper us, not harm us. So a lot of the harm that befall us is what we are the ones who cause it. And again, prosperity doesn't mean wealth, that we're rich. Prosperity means peace in your heart, right? Prosperity means contentment. Prosperity means the children are doing okay. Prosperity means that you are healthy. Prosperity is not becoming a millionaire. A lot of people think that because they're rich in material things, that's prosperity. But we know whom Jesus walked with when he was on earth. He didn't walk with the rich. He walked with the poor. And he prospered them. And so they had long lives, and they lived, and they supported. And so that's what he said in Jeremiah 29, verse 11. He wants us to trust and hold on to hope. He wants us to be hopeful because he promised to prosper us. So let us claim those promises, guys, because Christ never lies. God is not going to lie to us, and he never leaves nor forsakes. So let us hold on to that. The next verse I want to bring to us, guys, is a verse for those times when you are feeling a bit brokenhearted. And so remember Psalm 34 verse 16. Psalm 34 verse 18, I'm sorry. Psalm 34 verse 18. Remember what it says? It says that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and he saves those who are crushed in spirit. What beautiful words. What awesomely beautiful words. Has to remind us that we're never alone in our pain and our struggles. God is always there to comfort and lift us up. That's Psalm 34 verse 18. It's always close to the brokenhearted. And then let's look at Isaiah 41 verse 10. That is powerful. And it's one of my personal favorite. I mean, all of these right here are my favorites. You know, because in this verse, Isaiah 41 verse 10, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. So do not fear. Do not fear, and do not be dismayed, because he's with us. He's with you, he's with me. So just feel again this verse and let it just hug you. Let it just hug you as it reminds you that God has our back no matter what we're facing, because he said it. Isaiah 41 verse 10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Let those words just embrace you, just knowing that He cares, He cares, He cares, and He will never leave you nor forsake you. And finally, the next verse that I want to share with you, we'll go back now to Proverbs 3. Proverbs 3 verses 5 and 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. What more can we ask for? He tells us what we need to do. He tells us to trust in Him with all our hearts, not with a little part of the little bit here, a little bit there, a little all over the place. So with all of your heart. When it says all, it doesn't mean some. It says all of your heart. Just trust in Him. Just trust in Him. With your whole heart. Don't sit and lean onto your own understanding. Don't do things out of what you feel like and how you feel like. Always, I remember a friend who had a home, and there were some little things going on, and they rented a space to someone, and it wasn't easy. But I felt good when the person says, no, I'm not going to tell them not to. I'm going to tell them to leave. Because if I do that, it's going to create a problem. But she said, I leave it to God to take care of it. I'm not going to lean onto my own understanding, get angry and get, She says, I leave it to God to make that decision. I put it in His hand. Because I know that when He fixes it, it will be well fixed and there will be no anger, no frustration. And that's what she did. And believe me, it worked out so perfectly in the sense that nobody had to blame her. Nobody had to cuss her and put her down and say she's wicked. God just worked it out in such a way that everything was done, and that's it. And so we look and we remember these 5 verses, and we will remember each time that no matter what's going on, that if we have God in the center, because that's where all of these, right? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, right? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, right? The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. And in Proverbs 3, 5 to 6, trust in the Lord, that same Lord. Trust in Him with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. And He says, in all your ways acknowledge Him. In all our ways, not some ways. In all our ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct our path. Right? So this verse right here is all about letting go of the need to control everything and learning to trust. Some of us just need to control to control people, to control what they say, control how they think. It's your way and nobody else's way. You cannot see it any other way. You cannot see that God is doing this or God is and if you don't agree with them, then of course you are something is wrong with you. And it says we should not lean onto our own understanding. Leave it to God. Let him do it. When we let go and we let God, it's amazing how things can just fall into place. And believe me, I've seen it. I've lived it. I know it. That when you trust God and you pray and you just leave it alone, you see some things work out in your favor that you're frightened. But don't be frightened, because that's what he says. Don't lean onto your own understanding. Don't think that you can fix everything. Don't even think you can fix anything. Just leave it to him and let him work it out. And once he works it out, believe me, it's well worked out. So today I hope this verse has brought you some encouragement. Let me know in the comments which one really spoke to you guys. Which one is your favorite? And again, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more positive content. Just let go and let God. Let go and let God. Thank you.